Happy New Year's, fellas. It's like take 7 of this video, but we're gonna get this time. It's okay. We made it to 2026. Happy to say that. Hopefully, you guys did too. Um, but yeah, this video is gonna be about finding my bias, how I do it every day in the markets. Obviously, um, the beginning of 2025, I found my bias many different ways over this entire year, and we've grown so much. Um, but in this video, I'm just going to be talking about how I find my bias now, after all that I've learned. So, I could end up making a video at some point talking about like the old ways of doing it and then the new ways. But as you trade for a decent amount of time, you notice stuff and you adapt. So that's what this is all about. Adapting to the markets. So yeah, I'm gonna be going over how I made roughly $2,000 in this past week. This week, obviously, we didn't trade today, but um, we'll see what tomorrow has to offer us. I haven't even checked the news on tomorrow yet, but as I was saying, boom, it should still be here. This was a trade that um, you know, gave into my profit of around $2,000 in this week, and we'll see what Friday gives us. So, I believe someone left the comment on this video right here on Wednesday when I traded. So, how I find my bias / direction in the market. As we know, fellas, we can only go one of two ways: up or down, bullish or bearish. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, I mean, you have a 50-50 shot at winning your trade. As soon as you click enter, you're buying in or you're selling off. You, by definition, have a 50% chance of winning the trade that you place down. You can only go up, you can only go down. Obviously, choppy price action, you can go sideways, this and that. I'm talking about the individual candlestick. It can close bullish or bearish. So, obviously, in very specific situations, we can have like a default candle close where it's just a wick and you can't really tell what it closed off as. But as you can see up here, these numbers will tell you if it closed bullish or bearish. So either way, in any given situation, we will be bullish or bearish. Out of the way, done. Secondly, my bias can switch multiple times in any given trading day. What I mean by this, I can go into the day thinking, oh, okay, I am bullish because we have London session highs, we have Asian session highs to be taken, and let's say a higher time frame SMT is created at London session highs, and now my bias will be bearish. Okay, so different things can happen in the market in any given day that make me change my bias. If confluences aren't working to the downside that how I want them to, then I'm going to be looking for chances to catch a trade back up to the upside. The only way I ever switch my bias is if there are draws to the other way, because if there are no draws to be taken out in any in the opposite direction, why would you ever trade towards something that's not a draw? It makes absolutely no sense, and you're not going to be profitable. I can promise you that. What I mean by this is if there's no Asian session or London session highs, why would you ever be bullish in that day? You're trading to absolutely nothing. There could be previous day highs. There has to be some sort of session high for me to even want to go that way, because previous day high, that's usually a big move for price to make after sweeping out London session and Asian session highs. Because for there to be no highs to be taken, those highs would already have to be taken before you even were trading towards them. Meaning, in that case scenario, a bullish bias would just be rolled completely out of my direction for the day. Same with a bearish bias. If there are no lows to be taken out, why the hell would you place a short down to fucking nothing? It makes absolutely no sense, and I've seen people do this before, but yeah. I mean, I have to be trading towards some sort of session draw for me to, even consider that to be in my bias. There can be other draws that I'm trading towards, um, like Wednesday, my trade. Literally yesterday, um, I traded down to London session lows, and there was a new week opening gap, way further down. Obviously, I didn't trade towards it, but that's something that I would, maintain my bearish bias, because if there were no London session lows, I would not trade all the way down to that new week opening gap. And I'm here. I can show y'all. Boom. If London session lows was not right here, I would never in my life trade down to this new week opening gap. Boom, boom. You see how far this is? Even though it's far, did we ever take it? Yeah, we did end up taking it, and it would have never even hit my stop loss. Oh, damn. But yeah. There has to be some sort of session draw for me to add confluences to trade down or up to. If that makes sense, I hope it makes sense. If it doesn't, I don't know how other way to explain it. But if this draw was not here, there would have been no trade taken on Wednesday. There has to be a session draw for me to trade towards. If there's this session draw and then previous day low, I'm trading to previous day low if it's in my range. If there's no session draw and just previous day low right here, I'm probably not going to trade towards it unless we, it's just super apparent. We have a high time from SMT, and I can't even think of an example. I don't think I've ever done that, because in order for us to trade to another draw that's not session lows or highs, the market would have already had to taken out those lows and highs. You don't trade for that day. You're done. You're cooked. You're done. Stop trading. Take the day off. Save your money. There's no reason to trade past highs or past lows, especially session highs or session lows. There's absolutely no reason to, and you're going to lose in the long term if you decide to keep doing that. So, third. High time frame draws and liquidity. High time frame liquidity sweeps. What I mean by high time frame, I strictly pretty much only mean the 1 hour, because going into any day, like I said, I'm looking for session highs, session lows, and if anything's closer, like new day opening gaps, new week opening gaps, that are closer to here, previous day high, previous day low, I lose into my bias for price to take out, if they're if it makes sense within that given day. But on the 1 hour, I'm looking for 1 hour draws for us to take out, along with session highs. So if I have crap, my throat. If I have let's say I have Asian session highs, right? And then a 1 hour high. Actually, I can probably just draw this out instead, because there's a whole bunch of markups on there. Boom, 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 boom. Where is this stupid brush, bro? Brush. If we have boom, okay, boom, 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 boom. Oh wait, I don't think it's gonna work. Hold on. Actually, wait, that I think that would have. Okay, fellas. Where is this? This is gonna be a perfect example for you guys to envision this. Boom. Boom. Okay, let's say this entire range is Asian session, which would mean starting here would be London session. We're only worried about this about Asian session right now, because that's the example that I'm going to use. Right here, boom, we have a 1 hour high. 1 hour high. Right here, we have Asian session highs. Okay, these two are pretty relatively equal to each other, meaning that why would the market want to be bearish when we can take out two draws in one? It makes no sense for us to not want to come up here and take out these highs. And in this case scenario, London session highs that's like almost dead even to Asian session. So where's my computer at? 10%. We can do this. We can do this. So what I mean by high time frame draws on liquidity, boom, we have a 1 hour high right above Asian session highs, meaning I am automatically going to be bullish unless, an SMT is created, higher time frame SMT, or the confluences just are not pushing up towards where I want them to, or the market's just not performing how I would like. So that's the only way that I would not trade up to relatively equal highs, but I only mark out the relatively equal highs with 1 hour highs and session highs, or any other draws like relative, like daily, whatever, previous day highs. That's what I meant. But yeah, I pair 1 hour highs. That's it. I don't do 4 hour highs, 15-minute highs. 1 hour highs with my session draws on the day, because a 1 hour high that's pretty high time frame within a given trading day, and I'm only trading for 20-30 minutes. So these 1 hour highs are good to pair with session highs, and if we have 1 hour highs with session highs, I'm going to be bullish. If we have 1 hour lows with session lows, I'm going to be bearish automatically. Obviously, we are day traders, so I'm going to be looking at the 5-minute, 1 minute, 15-minute. Well, what's going on? Are we even going to move this way? Is this even a possible move? Obviously, if we're like 500 ticks away from these draws, I'm probably not gonna trade. All I'm saying is, if the draws are not good to either side, you shouldn't even be trading for that day. If we have good session highs and 1 hour highs at the highs, obviously, I'm gonna be bullish, and until I'm proven wrong. Especially if we have these highs up here, and let's say we sweep out Asian session lows right here, which we did. Obviously this is London session. Okay, now for this example, let's say this is London session, and this is macro open right here. We swept out all of these lows, right? After we swept out all of these lows, let's make that boom. London session lows. There's no more lows to be had here. Forget about this. Asian session does not exist. We're in London session and macro just opened. Okay. Oops. I am going to be bullish because why? A higher time frame and a session low had just been taken, and we have all of these highs up here. All of these good highs for us to be taken out. So we trade away from liquidity sweeps to or towards liquidity draws. Obviously, fellas. So don't be stupid. Trade with liquidity sweeps. We're trading away from them. Trade with them. They're pushing price up or they're pushing price down. Whichever way we sweep. We sweep a high, we're bearish. We sweep a low, we're bullish. Obviously, it can't just be a 1 minute high or 5 minute high. We have to be sweeping 1 hour lows, 1 hour highs, session lows, to then trade towards, the opposite direction. If we sweep out London session or Asian session lows with a 1 hour low or whatever, I'm flipping my bias. I'm fully bullish. Vice versa with bearish to bullish to bearish. Okay, boom. Secondly, lower time frame confirmation with confluences of the high time frame draws, like I just said. If there is no confirmation on the 1 minute or 5 minute, for price to be pushing up, let's say we sweep out London session lows right here, like I said we did. If there's no confirmation on the 5 minute or 1 minute that we're gonna even reverse back up here, why would I take the trade? Why would you enter a trade with no confirmation on the lower time frame? It makes absolutely no sense. If you guys are doing this, this is killing your profits, and you're probably not even profitable. So I'm talking, all these there's so many different confluences we can use. It's just you need to find them in that given trading day, in the market pre-entry, to help you win your trades. Because there's been plenty of days where let's say we have so many good highs to be taken out, relatively equal, dead equal highs, right? Price just wants to take them out for the price of one, but we sweep out a low and then we just keep pushing past the low, keep pushing past. This is a result of some sort of higher time frame confluence let's say we have like a new week opening gap down here. Let's say it has never even been touched or filled. Price wants to come down and fill this first, and let's say it's already like 11 o'clock. That's way past our macro. Why would we want to even trade that? I'm getting off for the day way before here, after two at the low, and we're not getting any push towards the upside. I'm done for the day. There's no need to risk your money when the market's not giving you confirmation on the lower time frame that you need to place a trade. You see what I'm saying, fellas? Um, controversial pre-entry confluences like SMTs. Okay, so as y'all know, I made a video about SMTs being the confluence of my series starter. I'm gonna make a video hopefully today about another confluence. I don't know. I haven't picked yet, so I don't know. But yeah. So a controversial pre-entry. The only thing that comes to my mind, it would be an SMT that's being created. Let's say I'm looking to enter longs right here, right? Um, or okay, no. Let's say I'm looking to enter shorts. Okay. Um, let's say ES right comes down, sweeps out this low. Okay, and then NQ is way up here and has not swept out the low, making it SMT. Why would I want to enter shorts when an SMT has just been created and there's no SMTs at the highest pushing price down? There might be draws here, but entering off of an SMT that has just been created that is not going towards your bias is just stupid. If that happens and I'm already I'm already iffy about today, I'm just gonna get off the charts. Why risk your money when you don't have to? I mean, if it's a 1 minute SMT and you're using 5 minute confluences that all make sense and the higher time frame makes sense, the 1 minute SMT is not really gonna do much. But if it's anything higher than that, I usually I just I wait, because there might be some sort of retrace that would otherwise stop you out and then go in your direction, in your bias. Because I'm not saying the SMT could just completely fail, but you don't know that. The SMT could work for a little bit, come up, retrace, stop you out, and then move towards the draw on your bias. You have no idea what's going to happen. It's better to stay patient and let the market play out and wait for the perfect time to enter. But what was I gonna say? Controversial pre-entry SMTs. SMTs can be used obviously for as soon as you're entering on the 1 minute. Let's say you already have 5 minute confluences and the 1 hour is in line with what you want your bias to be. And on the 1 minute, we get a 1 minute SMT with your bias. That is a perfect entry. Literally, fellas, boom. I know we're on the 5 minute. Boom, 1 minute SMT right here. 1 minute SMT. Didn't sweep out this high. Obviously, this is going to be on the 1 minute, but I don't want to switch right now. Boom, 1 minute. 1 minute SMT to play off of 5 minute confluences to, in turn, win us our trades, fellas. So, think of it like that. And finally, last step. This just comes with time, experience to be profitable on harder days. These past couple weeks have been pretty hard on a bunch of traders that I know and that I've watched on YouTube. So on days like these, I mean, it just comes with time and experience that good and well. Like on this one, as soon as I lost, where is it? As soon as I lost this first trade, I knew immediately we were retracing up to some higher time frame confluence. We retraced up into a 5 minute confluence. I've been saying this stuff this whole video, guys. We retraced up into this 5 minute fair value gap. What do we get? A 1 minute SMT, 1 minute confluence, pushing us out of that 1 minute inverse fair value gap and a 1 minute fair value gap that got retraced back into. I'm not making this shit up. It's literally in front of your face. I keep having a lisp. Literally in front of your freaking face. Okay, fellas. So I mean, this stuff just comes with time over the markets. I've been trading it's been over a year now. I started like mid 2024, and it is now 2026. So I've traded for about a year and a half. It's crazy to even say that. And I'll do this as long as it takes. I've learned so much this past year, failing again and again. I know, this week, obviously I won 2 trades, made 2,000 on the funded. So, I mean, hopefully we can get our first payout of 2026 soon. Just keep trading patiently and how I would like to be trading every single day of the week. Patient, smart, everything with that nature, fellas. 2026 is gonna be a good year, guys. I can already feel it. I know it will be, and I believe in every single one of you guys watching this video. And I just hope you guys can take something out of this video. Hopefully the dude that commented, you watch this and you learned something, because this is stuff that I would have loved to know way back in the day when I was starting out, because everything was so freaking confusing to me. And over time, all the stuff that I learned before, all that stuff that I learned, it started to not work. It started to not make sense. And there were other things that I myself was noticing that I was like, why don't I do this and start doing it not my way, but in a better way. You can't just, make shit up in the markets if it's not there. If it's not there, it's not there. Stop envisioning confluences. Stop thinking, oh, this is going to make me profitable because I think there's a break of structure. I think there's this. I think there's that. If it's not there, it's not there. Stop fucking envisioning that it is there. Sorry for the language, but I mean, this stuff just like, I used to struggle so much with this in the past, and once you decide to take it upon yourself to grow as a person in life in these markets, you will start succeeding. You will start noticing things that other people might not notice, and take this stuff to your advantage. Your advantage. Backtest this shit. Backtest. Look at all. I mean, I backtested 2 years of straight. I mean, oh crap! I just leaked that on accident. It's okay. That's part of my big project, fellas, that I've been telling you all about. But yeah. So this stuff comes with time, experience to be profitable on harder days and easier days. It's gonna take you time. It's taking me over a year and a half. I'm not even profitable right now. I'm not even profitable. This 1 week of me making $2,000, that does not make me profitable. It does not. So once you guys realize there's a bigger picture to all of this, and y'all can do this, just believe in yourself. 2026, this is the year to start. Don't start tomorrow, start today. So with that being said, fellas, I love y'all so much. My computer has been up this whole time. Crap. Love y'all so much. Thank y'all for all the support. Love y'all. Like, subscribe. Comment too, fellas. Any questions y'all got, I got y'all. So feel free to comment, anything like that. Love y'all. Like, subscribe. Peace out.